Hello and welcome to episode 6 of Ryan and Rob in Wrexham. And today we are pretty much guaranteed to go up to League One. We are 9 points clear of Crewe. In fact, we're definitely guaranteed to go up to League One, but we're looking to win the title. And we basically, if anyone below us drops points, really, we've won. If we have a look at the pre-season expectations, that's where we were expected to come. But actually, if we look into it a bit further, our club vision had us down as avoiding relegation, which always goes slower than the actual the betting odds at least. But yeah, we've done really well this season. If you have a look at the schedule, you can see lots and lots of wins. We had a little hiccup here, so we could have wrapped the league up already, but nothing to worry about. And bar a few tricky patches, we've been comfortably the dominant team in the league. We're actually on to break the points record, which is 102. So we are just 4 points off with 3 games left. So we should at least match it. Whether we can beat it, I don't know, but we should do. Today we actually play bottom of the league Newport, who are also a Welsh team, for the right to win. For the chance to win the title. The most exciting thing of this season, though, has undoubtedly been this man. If you have a look at the star ratings on our team, they're all, kind of evening out. Even if we look at Paul Mullin, who last year was basically 4-star, he's only 3-star now. He has got 26 goals and 4 assists in 38 League 2 games. He's definitely a very good player. He's a good League 1 player. But he's nowhere near this guy, Charlie Whitaker, on loan from Everton. He's ridiculous. 35 goals, 11 assists in 42 games, from the wing as well. He's just something else, really. I'm not quite sure what it is about him. He's obviously got good stats, but he's just absolutely taking off. He's an EFL Championship standard player, which is probably why he's doing so well. And he's potentially Premier League standard, which is hardly surprising. But he's just unreal. Definitely the best player in the league this year. We've also got Justin Amaluzor, who has been very good as well. 13 goals, 24 assists in 43 games or 45 games. Another really good player, probably our second best player this season. And then our forwards have been very good as well. And of course, we've got Conor O'Malley, who, as ever, a dependable option. 4-star now. Conceded a goal a game, but got 16 clean sheets, and yeah, you can see he's made a lot of saves. So he's a very good goalkeeper for this level, and I think he's actually a leading EFL League One now, and a model citizen. So we're going to head into this game today against Newport, where we should hopefully find it pretty easy and can probably completely destroy them. It'll probably be the only match of the episode, simply because there's nothing to play for after that, but we'll see what happens in this game. Hopefully no upsets. It's a pretty strong 11 today, perhaps a couple of surprises in that Paul Mullin doesn't play and Amaluzor is on the bench for Kerrigan. That's simply, well, at least on the part of Amaluzor, is because he's just a bit tired. He's played a lot of football this season, and it's hardly surprising that he'll occasionally need a rest, particularly against a team like Newport County, where we should definitely win this quite comfortably. I think we can afford to use Kerrigan. Ollie Palmer and Joe Hugill start up front. Not our usual combination, but Colm Whelan's fully fit on the bench, as is Paul Mullin. So they'll probably be coming on at some point, at least one of them will. We've given the boys a team talk. Hugill's a bit apprehensive. I think it's because we haven't played him all that much this season. He has been a little bit unhappy about his lack of game time. He's only on a slight concern. He's played a fair bit, but just not all that much from the start, and somehow we've not conceded there straight away. That would have been a bit disappointing if we had, but thankfully not. And it looks like Newport have actually been the better side to start with. Claridge, Forster Kasky, Kerrigan into McLaughlin. Newport are pressing us back reasonably well, but that's a really good ball into Kerrigan, who's been completely taken out by Belongo, it looks like. Interesting name. Completely took him out. And Ollie Palmer puts it home. He hasn't been able to play all that much this season, and that's reflected by the fact he's only got 17 goals, whereas last year he had sort of 30, I think it was, if not more. But you know, we're slightly moving on in the curve from him, and I reckon it might be Mullins last season next year. But they're still definitely good League One players. It's just we always want to be slightly ahead of the level of the league. And actually, most of our team now is good League One level. A couple of exceptions, I'd imagine. But on the whole, we have a really strong team. I think we'll definitely need to look at left backs because we're not going to be renewing Neil Taylor, even though he's been good, and also centre backs because we just don't have enough who are of a high quality. We've had a few approaches for loan players at centre back this season, and they all turned them down, despite the fact that all the other players of similar levels were happy with us. Hugill did manage to score during that little period. Wasn't an outstanding goal, it was just a good bit of striker's play. Jenkins-Davies headed out by McFadzean into Forster-Caskey. Hugill now into Whitaker, and that's beautifully put home by Whitaker, showing why he's scored so many goals this season. And it's now 3-0. We're not even 20 minutes in, so when I said that we were probably going to smash them, yeah, pretty convincing. They've not even been on our side of the pitch, on the right-hand side. Pretty mental. And there's another goal for Whitaker. 37 goals for this season. All from the wing. He's quite a player, this guy. I reckon he is going to be a Premier League level player pretty soon. We'll try and get him back for next season, but I can imagine him turning us down. I think we'll wait till we're actually confirmed as a League One team to do it. Claridge chasing it down. He's another one of our loanees. I believe it was Nottingham Forest. He's not quite on the level of the likes of Whitaker, but he's been a useful option this season. And he is young, so it's potential that we could bring him back at some point, but I don't know if he'll necessarily be our first choice to get in on loan when we're in League One. McFadzean seems to have picked up a knock. Not enough that we've got an injury showing, but we might bring him off at some point. I think Musto's in the reserves at the moment. Neil Taylor's just coming back from injury, so he won't have any replacement from what I can work out. Whitaker's looking quite tired, so I reckon we'll bring him off at some point. Kerrigan somehow didn't get a finish on that. And now McFadzean, despite his injury on the left-hand side, looking okay on the ball, to be honest. Palmer finds Kerrigan. Can he get a shot off this time? No, he can't. He passes it back to McLaughlin. Kerrigan again. And Whitaker has his hat-trick. Pretty much the same as his second, that goal. He's just too good for this level. I'm definitely going to try and get him back next season, because this guy is just different gravy. Only a 9.4. Seems everything he's touched has turned to gold, but seemingly that's not enough for anything higher than that. And we'll sub him off on a 9.2. Charlie Whitaker, well played, sir. We'll get Amaluzor on his. He's not favoured on his left side. He prefers playing on the right, but he'll do a job. And given it's 5-0, I don't think it matters too much. O'Connor heads it through to Hugill, and that's a fantastic strike from Hugill. What a goal. Beautiful finish from Hugill. That's one to watch back. Kerrigan with a little pass back to McLaughlin. Good pass. O'Connor heads it on, and Hugill absolutely smashes it home right into the top corner from a fair distance out. Not right miles out, but very, very far out for for a simple finish. Well, he made it look like a simple finish like that. Telford. McLaughlin steps in, but so does McFadden, and wags it very long to O'Malley, who has absolutely no pressure on him. So he will comfortably pass it out to Hayden. Carrigan loses the ball, but does receive it back instantly, pretty much. Hugill gets his hat-trick, and that's a bit more what we wanted to see this season from Joe Hugill. I don't think we'll be getting him back next season, particularly if we've not played him all that much. I doubt United will be very happy about it. But, you know, he's got a 10 for his hat-trick. I don't know quite why. Maybe he got an assist. He did get an assist. That'll be why. And I think O'Connor can come off for Liam Sercombe. Yes, he'll stay as the box-to-box then if that drops a star or half a star. Norman. Nicely headed out by Hayden. And this time he's stepped in to intercept. That's brilliant play from him. Hugill finally loses the ball. Seems he's had an absolute stalker of a game, but couldn't quite keep hold of it there. Just overestimated what he could do there. Ashford into McFadden. He's got a lot of space on this side, and Telford just glanced the header wide. O'Malley might have been beaten if he'd got more on that. But in reality, it doesn't matter too much. It's more just for his clean sheet. And Lewis's free kick clips the bar. Forster Kasky into Palmer. Kerrigan, can he get in on the act? No. Yeah, he's not been fantastic today. Despite having a good rating, I think that's more just from the fact that we are winning 7-0. He's had a few opportunities to shoot or to assist, and he hasn't done much. He did assist Hugill for the goal in the 61st minute, but not quite on the level of the other players up front today. But 7-0, can't really complain, can you? And that means we are title winners. Phenomenal. I didn't see a trophy celebration. Maybe I skipped through it by accident. But yeah, looking at this, we were quite dominant, and it looks like we're going to break the record for points as well for League Two. So it's been a very, very good season from the boys, from the Wrexham lads. So we've broken the record for matches won in the League Two. So that's pretty impressive. I don't know if that's necessarily how long is the history. So it is actually, yes, it is. It is one where it doesn't update at the start of the save, so you get all of the historic records. So we have managed to break that record that has probably stood for quite a while. So that's very impressive from our team. We've had a few players inducted. So Charlie Whitaker has come straight into the best 11, hardly surprising. And we've got Justin Amaluzor, Che Dunkley, Forster Kasky, Colmwyn and Joe Hugill, who all come into either the subs bench or the starting 11. I'd say that's a pretty fair 11, all things considered. No doubt that will become less fair later on when these guys are still there when we've got Champions League winning team. But yeah, our players have certainly done well and deserve to be in our best 11. We've grown the club's reputation, not entirely surprising. And yeah, lots of things going on. So we're now 3 teamers: Ben Tozer, Paul Mullin and Neil Taylor. Neil Taylor will be gone soon. And we're going to head into the next transfer window pretty soon. And that will be in the next episode, most likely. Most of our money seems to have gone up in terms of sponsorships and things. So we've got 484k now. Broadcast revenues have massively increased. That will just come from being in the league system. Corporate hospitality, interestingly, has dropped. I wonder if that's because there's more games on TV, so people aren't necessarily going as much. And the matchday commercial and retail has also dropped quite a lot. Not quite sure why. Competition prize money has dropped a lot. That'll be because we didn't have that FA Cup run that we had last year. And yeah, got a couple of new sponsorship deals, which is really good. We'll go to UK and Ireland for our recruitment package, as we do always at this stage. And about 1.5 million has been put into the budget. So I'm going to ask for them to increase the youth level hopefully that will be accepted. I don't know if it will, but I do love a bit of a good youth system. So we've actually broken the record as well for the most points with 107. So we beat it by 5 points. That's quite impressive. Jake Hyde announced his decision to retire. 1.5 star, so not entirely surprising. He didn't play a single game. In fact, he's never played a game for us. Did he not even? Damn, I thought I put him on a couple of times last year. Clearly not. Whitaker got the PFA League 2 Player of the Year. Not entirely surprising. He also got the Golden Boot with 35 goals, so 8 goals clear of anyone else, and 9 goals clear of Mullin, who came third. The Team of the Year is basically our players, with the exception of Billy Sass-Davies, who looks like he did pretty well. Stats don't look outstanding, but Crew were also promoted with us, so not entirely surprising. They had someone who made their way into the Team of the Year. Now, there's a few players here that we'd look at, but I think I'll wait further on into the summer to actually get the real good signings. You may notice Izzy Brown. I think he was at Chelsea, wasn't he? Yes, he was. We'll look into him, but I don't think he'll be someone we sign. Anyway, to see who we actually do sign, you'll need to watch the next episode. So if you've enjoyed this episode, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel, as it really helps me out. I hope to see you next time, but in the meantime, have a great day.